Hi, I'm Sarah. You guys, it's Thursday. We have an eviction episode to recap. We've got a twist to talk about, all things BB23. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And welcome my guest hosts for tonight. Lovely Chantele is here and Jojo's back with fun dance moves. Hi, everyone in the chat as well. We were just saying before we went live that we liked this episode. So let's dive right in here, you guys. We're starting with the veto ceremony because they left us on a cliffhanger last night.
Can I just say that I was really frustrated with this?
Oh, really?
Because last night I just wanted the conclusion, and then seeing it in the beginning, I don't think that it had enough to like tie us over. I think Christian's look of like fury and like leaving it as that at the end of the ceremony, I think that would have given me goosebumps and be like, oh my God, he's mad. Let's wait till tomorrow, not like the before that. I think that they personally didn't think it timed it out well. And I never like a cliffhanger. I just want the beginning, middle, and end. Just give me the full story.
Yeah.
Please.
But did production not want Brittany sitting in that chair on eviction night? That's what I'm thinking. They really wanted her sitting.
They
wanted it.
Yeah.
Sit there.
They did this like one time before that I remember. Of course, I don't remember like a lot of the old seasons, but yeah, I don't know if it needed to happen. I think I'm spoiled because I mean, obviously we know what happened, so it didn't feel like a cliffhanger. But I have to imagine if I didn't know, I would have been annoyed.
It just wasn't. I didn't think that we got like enough from it. The next week, it's just like we just saw it and then it was done and then the rest of the episode happened. So it's like, why couldn't we take those 30 seconds and leave it with that look from Christian? That look gave me shivers. I was like, oh, he's so mad. Like,
if I was a casual, I definitely would have Googled last night, what's happening? Like, what's happening in that house? Give me my answers so I can go to bed and be happy.
Yeah.
We're not.
Well, obviously, Brittany's going to take herself off here. Christian's going to go up on the block. He's not happy. Then we see Derek Frazier going to give Christian a hug, and he's like, I got you. But then to us, he's like, I got to talk to some people. Oh, no.
I guess that final two is not going to happen, Derek.
Yeah. Derek's losing all his final twos. All of them.
Good.
Well, I wouldn't.
Who's next?
It's final two anyway, so... You know, can we just jump ahead though a little bit with my frustration with Derek F, not X, F. Like, I really like think that him and Azza don't realize how much Tiffany has been putting in to keep them from being targeted. And she really has been doing everything that's so bad for her game in order to keep these two in the house in the game. And they just hang out in that back room. They don't want to hear anything that she has to say. And like they're just like these petulant childs, just want to be super angry at the person that is actually working so hard to keep them in the house. So this whole episode was just building like my rage towards, not rage, but like my frustration with Big D and also with Azza. So I just need to get that out there. Sorry.
You got it out. Take a deep breath. You and a lot of people out there feeling the high blood pressure. I get it. I see both sides of it, and I don't even have a Libra moon. I don't know how I do, but I see all the sides. Before we really dive into the hot mess that is the cookout, Christian is going to really push here to Derek X. Sarah Beth, she's selfish, you guys. We're playing a game for money, but Sarah Beth's the selfish one.
I was dying the fact that, like, you know, we see Derek X in that silly costume allowing Christian to go to the washroom, and he just like doesn't close the door, and he just like has this conversation, and Derek X can't really go anywhere. And he's basically saying, like, look what she made you wear. Like, she made you actually do, like,
thank God, because I love it.
I love it too. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that he was like doing poop duty while she got to keep $5,000, I thought it was a good plea on his part to be like, she is selfish. So I thought it was good.
Yeah. Aren't they all selfish though? Aren't we all playing a game?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
I think it also puts a target on SB's back for next week, for the following week, having that extra cash in her pocket. People might start playing well, she already has 5K. She's going to make another 7 in jury. Let's send her away sooner than later. So I actually don't think it was a great starting point for Christian to campaign with that.
Yeah, I mean, everyone is playing for money. The whole game is for money, but perception is everything in the game. So if you take money, people can use that as ammo. That's just kind of how it's fair, I guess, in the game.
If she was thinking a little bit more strategically, though, instead of just being like, well, no matter what, if I leave the game, I have $5,000. I think it was a little bit short-sighted because, like, if Derek X took that and nobody took that from him, especially for the fact that he's HOH, it'd be like, ooh, I don't want to take that from him because they might put me on the block as a replacement or something could happen. But then he would have an even bigger target on his back. So he's already this competitive threat. Like, now he's like, he has money that all of us don't have. Like, people can really be easily just send him out. So she should have been thinking of using that $5,000 to paint a target on Derek X and take it maybe off of herself.
That would have been great. I haven't seen Sarah Beth do much of that. She just kind of is like, I'm here.
I mean, if anyone's going to start painting, I luckily had a paint by numbers very close by. Had to use a prop. I think Derek X he'll have a target on his back no matter what. He knows that.
Yes.
He's been working all week to try and make Xavier come into his fold a little bit, and it hasn't worked yet. So that's a write-off.
Yep. Okay, let's get into these punishments. We have a Duke of the Deck, which is adorable. Claire's in a card-a-tard. Great. She's going to play 52 card pickup. And then our jackass of clubs is Kyland. He's going to make a bunch of club sandwiches. I did not even know what a club sandwich was either because I don't eat meat. So I was like, what is this sandwich that is just a bunch of meat, apparently?
Do you know what? I used to eat everything beforehand. I only stopped eating meat about 10 years ago. But I remember back when I was about, I don't know, 9, but like between 9 and age 9 and age 14, I was going to this one particular school. And across the street, they made the most amazing club sandwiches I've ever had in my life. And I remember like it was the first time I had it there. And when you're that young, you don't really, go out for lunch that often, but every once a week or once a month, you'd have some money and you guys would all go across the street and get these club sandwiches. So I remember being obsessed with them that I used to make them at home when I was younger because I loved the club sandwich. So I can probably still make a mean club sandwich, even though I wouldn't.
Even with like that middle piece of bread?
Yeah, even with the middle piece of bread.
Oh my God. I mean, first off, that's just a lot of work. Like you really got to be.
It's a lot of work. It's the bacon's a lot of work.
How do you even get it? Yeah. It's a lot.
I just get a blender. I put it all in a blender and just drink it. Drink my club sandwiches.
Yeah. A club sandwich smoothie. That's what you like. Okay, Tiffany, let's get this started, guys. So the edit's going to show us her first conversation with Christian. We're all shocked. Oh my gosh, you're on the block. I'm so sad about this. She's the swing vote? No. How am I the swing vote? No, that doesn't make sense. Others, I believe, are misleading you. This actually brews in Tiffany for a couple days, maybe like 48 hours. And then she goes to the Jokers basically and is like, I'm not gonna keep this secret from him. You guys have to own up to your votes. And they're like, well, no, we don't have to. And she's like, or I'll do it for you. Then this starts our fight. Now, Chantele, break it down for me. Now you have said before that Tiffany is not very good at hiding her tone. She does speak in a very controlling way. And wouldn't that upset you if you were Ozza or Derek Fraser?
Logical. Because this is the thing. They're saying to like, and I understand logic. So like if people are being direct and firm about something very logical, then I personally would agree with it. But those two kind of get triggered emotionally, and what she's actually saying were just factual that we're saying without any like pampering tone. Just giving the facts. This is what's going on. This is what it's forcing me to do, and this is what I'm going to have to do instead because I personally can't keep lying to him. That's what she's basically saying is like, I can't keep lying to this guy because it breaks my heart to say that I can't be the swing vote because he doesn't have the votes. So I wish that they, instead of being like, oh, she's telling us what to do, being like, wow, Tiffany has to lie for us. That's a little bit unfair. Maybe we need to bring a little bit more honesty or talk to Tiffany about something that they can all say together to kind of absolve Tiffany of feeling like she is breaking this little guy's heart. So I think that they were just ready to find anything to be irritated by Tiffany by, because I do think that they recognize maybe on a subconscious level that Tiffany has a lot of power and they haven't had any power at all. And so I feel like this was their one chance to feel really powerful, that they can take a stand and command what they want to do. And unfortunately, Tiffany is going to be at the receiving end of their like vitriol. Ugh, I wasn't really into it.
Yeah, I think in Tiffany's real life, she's a CEO. She's the boss. She's in control. She's been controlling this game, absolutely. But you do need to be flexible with certain people. This isn't the first time that she's had problems with these two in particular. So backing up a little bit and recognizing, okay, I'm going to hit them on an emotional level instead of the logical, what makes sense in her mind. Because it makes sense to me, but give them some advice. Say, hey, how about the jokers just say they're not sure. They're going back and forth. They're flip-flopping. Be honest about that.
I hear you. But all of the logic that Tiffany is speaking is for her game. Mm-hmm. Brittany and Derek Fraser are playing a different game where they don't want to tell Christian the truth until maybe last minute or something. I don't know their full plan. But like, so what makes them think, oh, she wants to tell me what to do for her game and I should do that? Where would that make sense for them?
You could also then say, well, I have this information. I'm going to share it for my game then. You know what I mean? Like, then that's kind of what she did. She's like, listen, like, I like, please, you do it and tell it in your own way and how you want to handle this. But I can't keep on lying to them for you anymore because he thinks that I'm a swing vote. Like, I understand where she's coming from. She doesn't want to lie anymore. And they're both very happy with lying and having her lie for them. And so that's why I think it's frustrating that they weren't seeing that she's lying for them and she doesn't want to do that anymore.
Right. And I agree that there was definitely a way to handle this. I just wish, because she's so smart and so strategic, I wish she could control her tone, because Ozza and Derek Fraser are going to respond a certain way. You can't talk to them that way without it blowing up. And she could have sat down with Brittany and been that logical with Brittany and gotten further, and we wouldn't have had this blow up.
Yeah. No, I mean, I definitely agree with hope that Tiffany would be cognizant enough of how to interact with certain people. I think the fact that she's in the cookout with them is allowing her to not be as careful because she thinks that it's locked in, that they're not going to target her. And so I think that false sense of security is not making her being super considerate of how she's interacting with these two, because she thinks it's like, we're like family. Like, you can't lose your family. You can talk to them however you want and like they're still going to love you. I think it's a little bit of that energy that she's not realizing, that she's really rubbing them so far in the wrong way that they might flip on her before the cookout gets to 6.
Yeah, if Derek can win anything, so there's that.
Right. Okay, that's another thing. Like, he's all talk. It's not happening.
Not happening.
So yeah, we're going to proceed. Yeah, right. Oh my gosh. Hey, I'm here for that if he can actually do it.
No.
The fireworks. Oh my gosh. Okay, Derek Fraser is going to proceed to. I thought this edit was interesting because I honestly thought they were protecting Tiffany pretty well here at the top. They did not show how much she really went into them at this conversation, but then they did show Derek Fraser just going off. He said the B word to the point that Twitter was like doing a counter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Multiple times.
That's not great.
She's not his mother, Sherry, guys. And nor is she the puppet master. And he's wants to threaten to break up the cookout here.
Do it.
You know,
break up the cookout. Break it up.
Yes.
Because then it will free Tiffany. She will be free. And I think that she needs freedom to play a better game. The fact that she's walked into these people that she's not getting along with, that don't relate with her on a game level or a personal level in an effective way, and they're ready to turn on her. They don't have her loyalty at stake as much as she has theirs. Like, break it up. Who cares? And let's just see how the game will play on its own. Oh my God, that would be like, please.
Could the results of this twist help Tiffany come to a realization that maybe all members of the cookout aren't who she should be going to the end with? If she sees Derek F at the bottom of this twist, she might think, wow, if I'm at the top and he's at the bottom, maybe he's saying some things in the DR that are non-complimentary of me, or I should not be working with this guy. So I'm kind of hoping that might get some juices flowing in Tiffany's brain.
Yeah. If non-cookout people get high votes, because Tiffany has talked about how she does really want sort of the acceptance of America and wants to ride with the people that America likes, I think she will gravitate towards the people who get high votes.
Well, I haven't finished watching like the Rob's podcast stock watch. So Tuesdays usually has like all the rankings. So I haven't finished watching that episode, but I do want to see where the players are ranked right now, because that will be pretty telling as to who is going to be getting how much money. And I definitely want to see how this twist is going to turn out and see maybe strategically who I want to vote for.
Right.
I have a question though about this. I'm sure we're going to talk about it a little bit more in a bit, but do they know how much money everybody gets, or is that something that they receive in secret?
Oh, they didn't say how secretive it would be. They didn't allude to it being a secret, though. Julie was like, look, the first 3 top votes or whatever are going to get this amount. The next 3 are going to get this amount. So it didn't sound like they were going to keep it a secret.
I mean, because it'd be like, hey, you get $100, you get $100, and then the people that get 50 might be very bad.
Yeah.
For just seeing exactly who is being liked.
So
it's actually
that's going to mess with your
right
brains
now for Tiffany, because I feel like she's in around 4th place now. She's dropped a little bit in the numbers. And so that could be good for her not looking too popular, because I think that Azza and Derek F would be furious if Tiffany's getting money. Like, it'll just like feel their anger. So I think I'm glad that she's not in the top spot right now.
I think she'll be in the top spot with this vote. Personally, I think it'll happen. After especially tonight's edit, I think she'll get votes.
She might.
The Senate was good for her. I guess the feeds hasn't been very favorable to her. They're not a huge part of the voting public. So that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I feel like she might be second tier. She might not be the bottom, but I feel like she'll
be bottom. She'll get like 75, I think.
Yeah, in the middle. So let's get through this with Tiffany is now going to have her one-on-one with Christian. This is what happened yesterday. And, she did do what she said she was going to do. Tell the Jokers, tell him the Jokers are not voting for you. And he's like, yeah, they are. I've got 2 of their votes. She's like, they are lying to you. And I think this was part of her. I think she was planning to do this the whole time. She's always wanted to keep Christian. Mm-hmm. She was going to flip this vote at some point. She just, whatever Christian said, she was going to be like, I love it. What a great idea. Let's flip this vote. I feel like this was going to happen no matter what. She gets X on board, obviously. She even gets Claire on board for a second. And then it's going to go downhill because of the Jokers.
my gosh, these jokers are such like a thorn in everybody's side right now, and they haven't done anything. They should maybe want to have Christian in the house, and Christian did a lot of campaigning towards them, and like he offered them some really great deals. I don't know if they're going to show it ever. So one of the deals he offered to the Joker was that like you will have free reign on who you want to nominate. You can have the head of household basket. You can have the choice of music that you like. So fully their head of household. That's pretty good for people that have only one person has won one competition out of the three of them. And the only thing that is that him and Alyssa don't, or not him, but Alyssa doesn't get nominated. That's a pretty good deal for people that haven't won very much. So the fact that they didn't take him up on that offer and, make a kind of a move for themselves and have someone potentially working for them, I think it might have been a little bit silly that they were so adamant about getting him out.
I mean, talking about silly, I do think it was silly for Christian to see Derek F and Azza in the room and ask for Brittany to go up to the head of household.
Silly for Tiffany to even instruct that.
Yeah, just say, hey, Brittany, can I talk to you out here for a minute? Can you go up to the HOH?
Who's asking?
Tiffany? No, but I mean, say that it's for you. Yes. Like, say it's for you. Don't say it's Tiffany. My God.
Right.
Who's asking?
No, well, Christian he's a Labradoodle. He doesn't, he just doesn't even understand the dynamics. He didn't get it. I love that. I'm like so opposite of everything you're saying, Chantele, and I love it. And
you're Sagittarius like Azza, so
I am. And girl, I feel her. I really do relate to her. And as much as I love Tiffany, there is no way you get to speak to me the way that Tiffany gets to speak to, or the way that she does. And I will then sabotage your game moving forward. Yes, I understand. Azza, Derek, Brittany have barely won anything. But this is them playing the game. They woke up, they got off the futon, and they said, oh, Tiffany wants to control this game? We don't think so.
No, I think
we're going to go up there and we're going to stop what she's doing. And I love that.
No, I mean, if we're looking at it from their perspective, I'm like, yeah. Like, whoa. Like, let me put the brakes on here. I'm not going to allow an ambush happen to Brittany. Like, I'm going to be there to protect her. Like, absolutely. I get where they're coming from and why they would be doing that. But I'm coming from the side of understanding Tiffany's perspective and be like, who the F are you to come over and just, demand that. So I definitely see both sides of this coin here. I would just be, if I was Tiffany, really annoyed with the fact that they decided to bossy boots themselves up there. I would have been pissed off. But for them, it is a good decision to make.
Yeah, no, I see both sides. I see, obviously, Tiffany doesn't want them to ruin her game plan. She's trying to do something here. I do get that. But to me, I'm like, this is great. We finally have a battle. Yes, let's fight.
Tiffany's probably going to lose it because of her loyalty to the cookout. And that is really, really, really sad, I think.
I don't know. I think this might push her in the direction to walk away from it.
I mean, that would be my dream. Unfortunately, I know what they're trying to do here, and I appreciate the sentiment of it. But, you can't choose. It's kind of like when we're always want an all-women's alliance. They don't happen because it's just not all women are going to be be able to work together. It's just all Black people aren't necessarily going to be liking each other. They're not going to be interested in working together. And so it was a nice idea, but it isn't working. So hopefully Tiffany will understand, maybe when we see how these people are getting money, that some people from the cookout didn't get any, maybe, or what, she'll be able to see that maybe America doesn't prefer the cookout sticking together.
Mm-hmm.
Get some insight.
I want to allow JoJo. I feel like we're just going to go back and forth. So please interrupt anytime, JoJo.
I personally think Tiffany said I don't want to say no matter what she does, but she's a smart enough player to be fluid and play the game week by week when it comes down to it. If we see Claire HOH this week, maybe she might push not for Kylan or Sarah Beth to be going on the block like Claire would prefer. Maybe she might go a different route. So we'll see. A lot can happen still. A lot can still happen.
And I think that we should celebrate that the cookout made it to jury.
100%.
Like they did that.
Yeah. And 7 women.
Great.
Incredible.
Absolutely. There's no reason to have to be top 6, final 6. Yeah. You made it to jury. Let it go.
Yeah.
Please.
Play your own games.
Please play your own game. Please. I hope Tiffany just like relaxes on this because I don't want her. She's making the game like 10 times harder for herself. If she was only dealing with herself, like, and having to get herself to the end, I think she could probably do it very successfully. But I feel like she's the only person playing this game on extra super hard, and nobody's really even caring that she's playing this hard for them. It's like just chill out, Tiff, please, please, Tiff.
Yeah.
Burn out.
I liked that Hannah said we had one job.
Yeah.
that was cute. So yeah, major cracks in the cookout here. Fight between Tiffany and Derek Frazier basically is what they showed. And Christian is going to get evicted 7-2, which is what we were expecting. Alyssa was obviously going to vote that way, and X was honest with Sarah Beth and Christian of how he was going to vote. So we knew that was going to happen. And then that kiss, I almost fell out of my chair. I was terrified and shocked and didn't see it coming.
I didn't see it.
Oh,
I couldn't see it. There was someone was blocking them for me. No, you guys saw them like.
Well, no, I mean I can like I forget.
It was instructed
because someone was literally like blocking their mouth and how
I couldn't
long
see their
it was
mouths
taking.
directly.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. No, I wanted a string of spit, like a cruel tension. I wanted them to connect. I wanted Lady and the Tramp. That's all I wanted. I couldn't get it.
It was more than enough for me. He was like, and I was like, oh my God, what happened?
Well, did you want to see Derek F not vote correctly again? This guy lengthened my my montage video of his voting.
Just make e-vote happen, guys. Yeah. Just embrace it. E-vote is the way.
A vote.
Now it's a vote.
It's like a vote. A vote. I vote to. I sadly to a vote.
Right. Well, he's saying evict, so it's it is that sound. Evict, but it's a vote.
But it sounded a little bit different than his usual e-votes, though. That's what I did notice. Something was different.
It came out clean. It was very much like, these are the words I've chosen. They're coming out. There was no like hiding behind how the inflections in his voice. He was proud of that e-vote.
Yeah.
A vote.
He confidently voted. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not much of an interview. I guess we don't care.
Girly girl. That's stood.
I'm sorry. Is there anything sexy or romantic about girly girl?
Time and place, but maybe like, I don't know, maybe in like the bedroom without any cameras on, if that's what they're into.
Did they have their nighttime alone, their last night together? I remember that was like a thing. They wanted to be in the have-not room together, and then said they can have the head of household room, but she's like, no. What ended up there? Did they have their moment?
They had their time in the have-not room. She wouldn't accept the HOH because that would make it obvious. And but yeah, he did sort of bring up like trying to make it official, and she was like, let's talk about it after the show, after we're both out. So he didn't get like, obviously they didn't break up, but like he didn't get an official thumbs up from her. She was like,
okay, do you think that means that like Xavier might be someone that she ends up cuddling up next to? Like, not to say that that's like her MO whatsoever, but like Xavier is probably like, Christian's gone, I can move in on my number one crush in the house right now, even though it's a no showman zone. But maybe she doesn't want to feel tied down to being in a relationship with somebody, because like part of her game is the fact that she's able to have these relationships with men.
Yes. I agree.
And it's going to be her and Xavier. It's going to do it. I can see it.
She is, yeah. I mean, Xavier is 100% waiting to pounce. He is saying it's a no showman's zone, but he's lying to himself. And I think that she, that's her game plan. She was going to be with a guy and that's how she wanted to play, and he's getting out too early, so she's got to be open for somebody else.
They can have some fun in the jury house too. Like, they might want to have some fun in jury. Like, no cameras.
But who? Her and X?
Anyone, everyone.
Yeah.
This is a horny cast. Like, I think they're all kind of
they're crushing
each other. Yeah, they're crushing hard.
Okay, I just made a correlation right now, and I'm wondering, is the sign of Cancer the Nicole Franzel strategy, which is also other Cancer Alyssa's strategy? Maybe that's
Franzel a Cancer?
She's a Cancer.
Okay.
I'm going to start looking back to see all the other players, maybe their signs, to see if this is an emerging pattern, to see if like Cancers are going to play find a guy or a couple of tries, couple of guys, whatever, like to the end, and like, you know, latch himself onto a comp beast, like canoodle in bed for the whole time, get to the end and win.
But get their
I
jury
wonder,
votes.
this is the Cancer strategy.
It's possible, but Nicole was also getting jury votes out of it from at least one person. Christian didn't make juries, so
yeah, it's a big time fail for Alyssa.
It failed, but it's the same strategy. Maybe.
Kyland is also our other Cancer here, and he would love to be in a showmance, I believe.
I don't
know if it's quite the same strategy, but kind of.
I haven't looked at it on the male side of things, so. I'm actually going to start investigating this because patterns are just so fascinating. So I'll have
Chantele has homework. Yeah. Okay, so let's wrap up this episode here. Julie's going to tell them they are officially in jury. She did not like it when Sarah Beth stepped on her toes and tried to take her announcement from her. But now she gets to officially do it. You guys are all in jury now. And there's a twist. You guys, the High Rollers room, a new room, is going to open up with 3 game-changing powers. And it's over 3 weeks. So does that mean a power a week? Like, because also we vote for them to have BB bucks. We already talked about top 3 people get 100. Next 3 get 75. Russ get 50. But they don't have to use that every week to play for the power. So do we think they're all going to play for 1 power each week?
Interesting.
I mean, so the power, we're assuming that they're going to be playing for this power, maybe. Cancer is the side people.
All right, this is my mom, who is an astrologer.
Yeah. Ooh, Bev.
Mama Bev, we call her.
Mama Bev.
Yes, so I think that it's making sense with the horniness.
It's coming together.
And the showmans in the house. So just saying. What was I going to say though about the High Rollers?
High Rollers, money, odds, game.
Okay. So we're assuming that this is to fill up something on the Sunday episode. So they'll know who the head of household is most likely before they play it. They'll probably play the competition where the wild card spot is. It's my guess. And then have it be part of the Sunday episode. That's kind of what I'm guessing. So us voting would be for next week.
No, I think we're going to vote because the voting is over by like noon or something tomorrow. And by the way, feeds just came back, so I've got one eye to see who the HOH is. But so I think that the non-casual people, the feedsters, will know who HOH is, and they'll play the High Roller room probably tomorrow morning, right? After voting ends, or tomorrow afternoon after voting ends.
Right, tomorrow's Friday. So they're starting the Friday, and then we get the day before that. Okay, get it.
Anyone who feels in trouble tomorrow morning is going to, I'm assuming, go to the room and spend as much as they can. What do you know, Sarah?
It does. Oh my God. I mean, if I'm reading I'm just getting random tweets, but it sounds like it might have been a knockout style, which I was hoping for.
Yes, I mean, it's just like Tiffany must have been out first. Woo!
Tiffany is very upset. Spoilers, I'm going to say who HOH is. Mute it if you don't want to know. Kyland is HOH.
Okay, that's fine.
Claire, give Claire powers. Give Claire powers.
Yeah, we're gonna give Claire powers. We're gonna give Claire powers. I was already planning
Send some votes to Claire.
Anyways, I'm happy though that I don't think that he's gonna come for Tiffany right now. I do want to protect Claire for sure. So
he's gonna take out her number one lieutenant.
Yeah, I mean, well, if he puts her up though, that's like shots fired. That's bad.
Right.
Well, tip her up against Brittany. Is that what would happen? You think?
I bet you Kylan would put up Brittany next to Claire, but Tiffany talked about putting Kylan and Sarah Beth up together. Yeah, exactly. So I say, I mean, not that Kylan knows that, but so I say Kylan put Tiffany up next to Claire.
I mean, okay, if we did that, then also that would be like, okay, the cookout is done. That's great.
Yeah, queens are also done. Queens are done. Officially.
See, I don't know if he'll make the shot on the queens yet. Do you think he's really going to take out Claire right now?
I do. He's been hinting at it. He's been planting seeds for the past couple days. I think this also makes sense. Alyssa instead of Brittany. I don't know.
I don't think that they'll allow the. Well, yeah, no, I don't think that he'll allow the Jokers to still have 3 people. I think that it's too powerful at this point. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they put up Brittany again.
And Alyssa.
He's put her up already, so it's kind of like not burning a new bridge. And if he's going to put up with Claire, that's going to be fireworks, no matter what. So I think that he should maybe do that because Alyssa's already she's got nobody really. Sarah Beth should be wanting to get close again to Xavier and Alyssa, even though they voted her out, and she should try to mend that relationship. So I don't know if it would be the best for Kylie to put up Alyssa.
This is hilarious that Sarah Beth is safe this week. This is hilarious.
Yeah, I'm okay with
There's no way she's going on the block, and this is going to kill Tiffany. This is just ammo for her fire. There's more Leo fire coming at us this week.
Ooh.
Roar! Oh my goodness!
Roar!
This is going to be.
Yeah, I've talked about this a little bit this week because I keep hearing Kylan just subtly be like, "Well, I guess we could just put up Claire," and they're like, "Well, why would we do that?" And he's like, "Well, Tiffany said, after Sarah Beth goes, Claire would go. So, I mean, we could just flip that, and just put Claire for." He just says it so nonchalantly, planting seeds. And I was like, "Oh my, this is his plan. This is what he's going to do. Oh my gosh!" And here we are. Vote for Claire, guys.
Claire. Claire needs money. Give us.
I don't know if she knows though. I think she's been saying she's not super close to Kai. Yeah.
Well, she's been saying she wants to do Kai and SB. So
yeah,
I think she should be. She probably feels a little nervous, but now is the time to bring Kai and Tiffany together. What do you guys want to do? The 3 of us. What are we doing?
Yeah, definitely queens unite. It's queens all the way. But I think if she does get the $100, she will know then that's a sign from America that she's in danger, that we wanted her to have this money. That means we want you to play for something and get some sort of power. But what if the power's stupid this week?
I don't care. Take it.
Oh God, I hate when they tell us it's a game-changing power. Well, but she did give us examples. What'd she say? Take yourself off the block. She said a second veto. And what was the other one? But they sounded decent.
She said flip the power.
Right.
So what is that if the vote is I don't know what it's that week. It's gonna be tied though, potentially 4-4. Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Could it be flip the power for competition or I guess it would be happening after an HOH.
So,
yeah, but maybe you flip the power, change noms, flip the power from the HOH.
Flip the power as in if the vote is 7-2, it would be 2-7, that.
Or my God, that's a great power. They're not doing that. That's too good.
Those are big bucks.
Yeah.
Big bucks.
A
second veto is great, so that's fine. Hopefully that's not that powerful. They have had someone be safe in these, potentially in these wildcard competitions all the time. So the second veto is not that wow.
Well, you don't have to. You don't get to be nominated. So if you're taking, yeah.
No, I'm saying for it to be the early power, it's not as powerful as something could be. So it could be what Claire could be playing for this week. Like we're already decided. Okay, Clara's winning the money. She's going to be playing for a second veto, and like this is what's going to go on this week. We know.
Woo! Well, I love it. I love, a balance, like a back and forth, a power. I have made it clear I love Tiffany's game, but I don't want her to just like sail to the end. I need a little struggle here and there.
Absolutely.
And I also love Azza, my fellow Sag, but like I also need her to win and do something. I get it, guys. I get it.
She's so frustrating. Jojo and I, though, we were like kind of commiserating because we played a game together recently where we were in a similar situation where we knew what was going on with a vote. And the person, both Jojo and I, knew better than we knew some of the other people, and he knew us better. And so we're like, yes, we are 100% voting to keep you, but like, you don't have the votes. And he's like, yes, I do.
No.
Pardon?
No one else is voting for you to stay. You're out.
And he wouldn't believe us. And we were telling them, like, can you just tell him the truth? They're like, oh, we're gonna wait to tell him the day before, like he'll find out with the vote. I'm like, can you please just tell him? Because like I told him that he doesn't have the votes, but he's not even believing me when I tell him this. And so he still got mad at us after being like, well, you knew that the votes wasn't going this way. Like, why did you tell me? And we're like, we told you they didn't have the votes.
Yes.
So you guys were Tiffany. You guys were Tiffany and
we were Tiffany.
Yes.
We were Tiffany, except for we were more with Tiffany with a slash of Alyssa and Xavier. You know what I mean? Like it's how they ended up because we didn't vote. We voted to keep him. Like we kept our word. We said that we were keeping him. So we told that to the head of household. We're like, we are keeping him. We know that this is the way that the votes go. This is the way that we want it to go, but we are voting to keep him. Like that's what we're choosing to do. And so it was we told everybody, well, not everybody, but most people, they were pissed at us after for sure. But, and including him, who we voted to keep.
Everyone was pissed at us at the end. Everyone.
Well, how was he mad at you? That's not fair.
Because like he's like, oh, you had something else going on that I didn't know about. It's like, okay, well, we were trying to save you, and we told you what you needed to do, and you didn't want to believe us, and so.
Which one of you won the whole thing?
He won. I came second.
Yay! I knew I'd be one of you.
Okay, this was all stars. This was all stars. I was
all stars. She already got her win.
I came second still. Okay. So
perfect. We don't doubt you, Chantele. We do not doubt you. We know you're a winner. We know. Well, you guys, the number is 97979. Text the person's name, Claire, that you want to win a power or give her money. Claire, text the name.
Literally gonna make
Claire.
My only tweet that I'm going to do this week is going to be like, vote for Claire.
Yeah, being Canadian, I'm like, we can't do anything.
Right?
Oh, I can still vote. I have, my dad lives in the States, so I have his Cox account.
Oh, there you go.
I will vote.
Jojo, I'm going to vote for you for Claire, right? Claire?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, great. I got you covered.
All 10. Even all 10, maybe. Do you want to do all 10?
Yeah, I'm going to do all Claire.
All 10, good. Perfect.
Claire gets that power.
I was gonna give Derek X some votes, but like I think America's got him covered. He's good. So Claire is who I'm concerned about. Kylan's not gonna get rid of Derek X. He's not in trouble. We thought he might be in trouble this week, but he is not. Kylan will save him. So
absolutely good.
Well, all right, you guys. Wait, Kylan says noms are 10:30 this morning. I have to start my conversations tonight. Okay, well, I got to go get some coffee. I'll be on the feeds all night. That's good. I'm glad they gave me the schedule. They rarely consult me. So
well, at least like,
I appreciate
what you're doing for the next 12 hours.
That means they're trying to get the noms in before this twist, before the high roller room.
I want to play high roller, or the doors to the high roller room are going to be open tomorrow probably, with people receiving some cash.
After noms. Wow.
Great.
I was
just
assuming.
Oh my God, after noms.
Right.
Like, you're right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, so
right?
It would put some urgency in. So Claire's going to win. Like, she's going to play for sure then if she's on the block.
Yeah.
So we
she'll
think
know.
I think it's going to be Brittany, just because he's put up Brittany before, and he might want to try to mend some fences with Alyssa, maybe. And maybe have Alyssa be the back door.
Brittany is not going to handle it like a champ this time. That's not going to be good.
I mean, I don't want her to feel this way, but it's kind of like when you are the pawn ones, and she said it the first episode, I don't want to be a perpetual pawn. I think she put that out into the universe.
Yes.
If he wants to protect Sarah Beth, though, he really should put Alyssa up instead of Brittany. I mean, if Claire is your target, then maybe you're like, whatever, I can put Brittany up. But like, if you're doing Claire's my target, but I could also take out Alyssa if Claire saves herself, because Alyssa is actively going after Sarah Beth now. So if he's trying to protect her, he should consider that.
But she, Claire, what's her name? Sarah Beth should be making amends though with Alyssa. Like, this is very important for both of their games, I think, is to try and figure out how to work together. Well,
she did it with Hannah, so she can do it with Alyssa.
Well, also though, just lastly, with like, you know, Claire being Tiffany's person and like who to take out first. So Brittany though is both Ozza and Big D's person. So like essentially it's still somebody that they can take out. That's not part of the cookout. That's kind of like their parachutes. So it could still be on there just as like, hey man, I've nominated you before. And then maybe it's Alyssa if like he talks to Sarah Beth and she's like, no, Alyssa's got to go, and then do a backdoor thing.
Right. Okay, well, very interesting. Okay, let me get my coffee and I'll be watching.
We're going to talk about this episode. Got me sweating. Woo,
yes, you were feeling it. You were hyped up. I loved it.
Hyped.
Thank you, Chantele and Jojo. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Do you want to plug anything? Where can people find you or watch you?
I'm always online. I've been doing Love Island UK and US every day, so at 2 and 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank goodness Love Island USA is finishing this weekend, so I'm going to have like a little more of my life back, which is amazing. The challenge started. I know you don't watch the challenge, but did you watch this episode of the challenge, Sarah? Like the premiere? No. Just watch the premiere, please. Please. Okay.
She refuses.
Well, it was so good. So Wednesdays after the episode.
It was?
It's amazing.
The one Nerdtainment community member, Ben, he keeps me up to date on the challenge, and he told me it wasn't even good, and he loves the challenge.
Oh my God. I thought it was the best like premiere I've seen in a long time.
All right.
The deliberation was insane. Like it gave me everything that I needed because I was so apprehensive. Like, there's so many new people. I don't know if I want to see this cast. And like, I love the cast. I love my draft team baddies, and I'm just here for it. So doing that, obviously hanging out with you on Saturdays at 6 p.m. Eastern.
That's right.
Survivor South Africa. Yeah.
Survivor South Africa. Jojo, what about you?
You can find me on Reality Realness every Thursday evening. I'm working on a show right now. A little folk musical. It's really nice. I can't wait to be in front of an audience in a month. I'm so lucky.
Yes.
So I've been doing that every night. So rehearsals are exhausting, but I loved chatting with you two.
Yay! Thank you guys so much. And thank you to everyone in the chat. We love you, your insight, keeping us on our toes. And if you're joining us later, leave us a comment. Tell me how you feel about this new HOH, how you feel about Christian leaving, the cookout, what's going to happen. Let us know. All right, you guys, we'll see you. Wait, what?
I said, flip that table of the cookout.
Flip it.
Kind of like
pack up your to-go boxes and get on out of there, okay? Take your mac and cheese and let's go. Play for yourself.
Yes.
Okay. All right. See you next time. Bye.